The Downfall is a film created in 2004 which talks about the downfall, as the title said, of the Third Reich of Germany, more specifically, the last days of Adolf Hitler. Also, it is situated in the Battle of Berlin. It starts in 1942, when 5 girls were called to go test by Hitler, and then one of them would be selected to be the Führer's secretary. The one who was selected was Traut Jankel, a 22-year-old girl. Then it moved to the 20th April of 1945, the date of the Hitler's birthday. This day, two generals told him that the Soviets were only at 12 kilometers away from Berlin, and the Führer became a bit nervous. Some generals, such as Himmler, who was a leading member of the Nazi Party, and the commander of the administration of the entire Third Reich, proposed him to seek a diplomatic solution. But Hitler answered him that he prefers to die rather than giving Berlin to the Soviets. Meanwhile, Albert Speer, a Nazi architect, supplicated Hitler not to continue fighting because the people would not survive. But the Führer answered him that if they not survive, it's because they are not strong enough. Hitler was getting completely crazy, and he believed that the General Steiner, with his troops of 10,000 soldiers, could support the Soviet force, who was much more strong. It was 22 of April, and Hitler got informed that Steiner couldn't resist. And with Joseph Goebbels, a German politician and Adolf Hitler's closest associates, were thinking about how to move the soldiers they had in order to resist the Russian advances. The generals opposed to this idea of continue fighting, and Hitler destituted all of them except 4. Now was when Hitler mentioned, "I would have killed them all as Stalin did it," making reference to the Communist parties. Few days later, the Soviet forces cut down all the exterior communication, so Nazis could not receive any help. Soviets were only at 300 meters, and Nazis could resist 1 or 2 days maximum. When the Führer received this news, he realized that was the end, and that he will suicide and then burn his body in order the Soviets couldn't fight it. After lots of events such as betrayals, marriages, Hitler and his wife Eva Braun decided to say goodbye. Joseph Goebbels and family took the same way as Hitler and suicided. In conclusion, I think it's a really attractive film for a public of more than 12 years because, in my opinion, I believe that they may have a minimum of knowledge about the Second World War to understand the film. I will use it like a source because it's a real point of view, in this case, the German, of the Battle of Berlin. A fact that verifies that it's a real source is that Traut Jankel, the secretary of Hitler, in 2002, that he was still alive, told word by word how it was the last day of Hitler in the bunker.